Welcome, everyone. Welcome to Purple Lunarose Tarot and Astrology. Tonight, we're reading for the Divine Masculine energy. We're going to be doing a Celtic Cross reading where we look at the heart of the matter. So, focusing on the energy for Divine Masculine this week. I will look at some past, present, and future energies. Of course, fears, hopes, and fears. And then, of course, outcome closing out by guidance. Don't forget, guys, we are multi streaming. So, we are on 3 different platforms. We're on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch all at the same time. All right, I see Michelle coming in on YouTube. Let me know. Do we have sound, video? Everything looks okay. No Mercury today, but I just got this feeling. I don't know. All right, guys. So, Divine Masculine energy, we're going to jump right in. When I do these, I am very, very focused on the specific energy. So I know, like, when we read for Love and Astrology Night, we do a collective reading and we look at both masculine and feminine. These Celtic Cross readings are just to focus on the individual. All right. Sound and audio check. Thank you, Michelle. I was just watching this YouTube video that Miss L sent me about mediumship. And it was talking about some examples about mediumship and like what things, symptoms you may feel when you're, talking to the spirits. But it said something in the video about how we yawn. And when we yawn, we get like the watery eye symptom. And I just thought, wow, I always thought that was just me, like, tired. But literally almost every single time before any one of these lives, I yawn a lot. And so, yeah, I thought that was so interesting. And to say that I can feel my ancestors when we're doing these readings is a complete understatement, right? And I want to know, guys, I want to know how many of you are starting to read tarot. I want to know how many of you have your own channels or are on social media. We have a new follower that I just found out she has her own YouTube channel. And I was like, what? So I was over checking it out today. I'm not going to say just yet. I'm going to wait and let her say whenever she's ready. But yeah, I thought that was so cool. Like, now it's making me wonder, like, how many more of you are out there? All right, so here's the energy, heart of the matter for Divine Masculine. The Queen of Cups comes out, and it's the friend. And I don't know, I just get this feeling where I want to go, oh, you know what I mean? But it is energy of, one, they may know they need to replenish their cup, right? Like, that's Queen of Cups is like divine feminine energy. We're the first to realize, like, oh, we have to put our mask on first before we can help anyone else. So that could be the energy that they're learning there, or like that's the focus this week. But I'm kind of picking up a little bit more of an actual friend, an actual person. And I do, for some reason, just want to be like, oh, like there's something. All right, let's see what's crossing Divine Masculine. And I am using the Inner Eye Oracle. I feel like it's something about a friendship. There's like a concern, though. I'm going to take both of them. So what's crossing? We have Ace of Spades and Six of Clubs. It's the ideas and travel card. I feel like Divine Masculine could be feeling like they have this thought that someone is, I don't know, pulling away, sailing away, something like that. And I mean, if this is like Divine Masculine who realizes, like, man, I have to replenish my own cup. I need to take care of me. I need to self-care, self-heal, right? then it could be like this idea that they need to travel, or maybe they need a vacation, or, something like that. There's something about the sailboat that is sticking out to me. I've been playing Fortnite, guys. I know, right? I don't know what Spirit would really actually have to say about that if I conversated with him about it. But I don't know. I feel like I can release a lot of tension and stress with the Fortnite. But anyway, they have this new like Pirates of the Cove or something. I don't know, but it's like the Johnny Depp movie, the Pirates of the Caribbean. There's a lot of sailboats. There's actually a ghost ship that's on there. So I don't know. There's something about the sailboat that's sticking out to me. All right, let's look at highest expectation. We are going to clarify, guys. I'm going to use the Enchanted Soul Tarot to clarify. But we're going to go ahead and pull out the first half. Jenna, hello. All right, highest expectation. Way too many. I seen the Lost card. The Rebel. Whenever I see the Rebel card, it gives me this like Aries type of energy, right? Feisty energy. It's the Jack of Clubs. They may want to rebel against something, or they expect someone else to rebel against something. I know, like I made this whole big deal about how we're going to do Divine Masculine Celtic Cross, and we're going to focus energy on Divine Masculine. And then the Queen of Cups comes out. So it's like, what the bleep, right? But I feel like the Rebel and the Divine Masculines, like what they're thinking, I'm definitely picking up like some headspace up here at the top, crown energy. But it's like they could feel like the Divine Feminine is rebelling or is a rebel. It's just funny because I always say we're rebels over here at PLR. All right, let's see. Energy that's coming into being that this Divine Masculine doesn't know yet. Energy coming into being that this Divine Masculine doesn't know yet. We have the authority figure. It's King of Clubs. It's kind of giving me, I know it's not King of Diamonds, but it's kind of giving me more of like responsibility and duties type of energy. So it's kind of giving me like King of Pentacles type of vibes. It's very possible that this Divine Masculine may be fixing to like step up into some authoritative role or authoritative position. This definitely could just be spirit here, or like source. And it's interesting because Divine Masculine is in this energy right now where it's like follow the rules, right? And I mean, Divine Feminine too. Once you hit that stage, it's that way from now on. But it's like it's something new for Divine Masculine. It's always been so easy for Divine Masculine to revert back or go back to like what they knew or what they know or what they were comfortable with. And I'm definitely picking up this energy now, like that's not going to be allowed. Remember when I kept saying that I felt like Divine Masculine had this, spirit's hand on their back, just kind of like pushing them forward. It felt like Divine Feminine, when we had our awakening, it's like we had so much time to figure it out. We had so much time to cry and boo-hoo and decide whether we wanted to be on this journey or not, right? And it's like when Divine Masculine awakened, there really wasn't this energy of the heat. So interesting, the heat just picked up in the room. But I could be having a hot flash, so we never know anymore. But anyway, it was like when Divine Masculine hit this part of the awakening, it was like this push forward, almost like, I don't know, like I want to say the word thrust, like just, I don't know, forcefully pushed forward. No time for them to sit around and decide, like what's happening to me. Is this really happening to me? How do I feel about this? It was more like, nope, it's time. And then all of a sudden it was like action was needed. They had to go. Green Sequa, Victoria, hello. All right, let's look at past energies for Divine Masculine. I like it when they come out by themselves. The Strength card comes out. It is a little bit of like Leo energy. We actually just moved into Leo energy. I want to say it was trying to come out in reverse because before at the beginning of this awakening for Divine Masculine, it definitely felt like there was this energy of I'm not strong enough, I'm not good enough, that type of thing. I do feel like that is now energy that's passed. I do feel like now there's some type of like elevation, ascension for Divine Masculine. They're becoming more confident in who they are, probably because this awakening is, forcefully pushing them forward so quickly. All right, let's look at the heart of the matter. And remember, the heart of the matter was Queen of Cups. I tried to make this very focused on Divine Masculine, and I keep hearing Spirit tell me that it's still that way. So again, it could definitely be like self-care, self-healing, the inner feminine for Divine Masculine. I feel that. But what's happening here is I can't picture Divine Masculine going, oh, I need a vacation. Well, that's not true. I can picture Divine Masculine saying, I need a vacation, but I can't picture Divine Masculine going on a vacation. And this is energy of moving away, going away, sailing away. So I feel like it's more about Divine Feminine and this idea they have that they're sailing away. All right, let's look at it. The word on the Queen of Hearts was friend. Ten of Wands. I'm picking up a lot of like Wands is fire energy, so there's a lot of passion with this card. Normally, Ten of Wands is like heavy burdens. You see these heavy rocks weighing her down, and I definitely Divine Masculine for some reason could feel like a heavy burden. I don't think it's like it's like a heavy burden for Divine Feminine. And it's interesting because it is a woman carrying the load of rocks on her back. But the words on the card are also struggling, duty, obligation, responsibility. So again, very possible Divine Masculine is thinking, man, I need a break. Exhaustion, tired, weighed down. Tens are completions. They could have felt like they were a burden on Divine Feminine, and they could feel like that is coming to an end because the energy is, again, sailing away. The Lovers comes out, big confirmation, right? So the Lovers is my clue card for the twin journey. However, the Lovers, just like the Queen of Cups energy, also represents this very difficult choice that we make when we choose to love and heal ourselves so that we can come into union whole and healed, which is God's plan, by the way, all along. Strong Gemini energy coming out with that Lovers card. I know we're experiencing that Mars and Uranus conjunction. And if you think of like astrology in the chart, you see Mars moving closer and closer to Uranus. And Uranus is that shock and awe type of energy. And Mars is that fight and passionate energy. And as it moves over Uranus, as it continues to pass through, it's going to move into the sign of Gemini. And there's going to be this very big shift that I feel like we're all going to feel because we've been so much in this Aries fight energy, really since the eclipse back in April. And we have another Aries eclipse getting closer and closer. The full moon is an Aries eclipse. I believe it's in September. But we are experiencing this shift where we're going from anger and frustration to passionate action. And I'm kind of picking up that energy with the Lovers card. Big confirmation, the Tower comes out. The Tower is Mars energy. And it is upheaval, destruction. Revelation is also on here. So here's what I think's happened. I think that both Divine Masculine and Divine Feminine have been fighting really just, it feels like for me, like for survival. I mean, tell me if I'm wrong. If you're on this type of awakening journey, you could have felt like you're just kind of like standing out in the wind and you're having to like fight the darkness. You know what I mean? And you could feel like you're experiencing one tower moment after another, and you keep looking back for Divine Masculine, like where is he? Why? How did I get here by myself? Or you look back for source or spirit, and I'm going to explain both of those things. Ready? So if you're looking back for counterpart energy, they're not there because it was always about the purpose and not the person. If you're looking for source, source is not standing next to you, source is above you, right? Look towards your crown chakra. It's not that source has abandoned you. It's not that you're left out there alone. It's that you are following a source's will. You are following, and when I say source, I mean God. I know like there's so many labels that it's hard to decide who needs to hear which label, but it all means the same thing. I like to call him God, but anyway. So it's like he's there, he's within you, and he believes in you and believes that you're able to do the journey he's put you on, right? I think it's funny when we hear these people talk about how, oh, this is my life and I chose this life and my soul chose to come down here and do yada, 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 and I'm a spiritual person and yada. No, like that's not what happened. You know, if you look at people that have had spiritual awakenings, I'm not trying to be mean here, but we weren't always the kindest people. We weren't always the nicest people. People that have spiritual awakenings are people like that just kind of gave up on life. Think about like people that do a bunch of drugs and have a spiritual awakening. Think about people on a twin flame journey that have a spiritual awakening. I mean, there's some energies here that needed to be healed, right? And it's like spirit comes down, touches us and says, hey, I'm here. I'm going to save you from this tower moment you're experiencing right now. And now I need you to follow my will. And what spirit's will? Love. Like study any religion, like seriously, any religion. Like people are like, well, I believe in this and I believe in that. I don't care. It doesn't really matter. If you study any religion, like take any time of your life to go study another culture, another religion, you're going to see that regardless of what your beliefs were, because somebody told you that's what these people were like, it actually is all about love. Every single one of them. That love thy neighbor, people think that's Christian. Like that's the whole world, people. Get over yourselves, right? I mean, it's all love. So it's like we're sitting here, we're following Spirit's will. And when we go through this shift of I'm going to fight it, I don't want to do this. I don't understand why I'm experiencing all this, through this shift of, oh my gosh, now I accept tower moments. Now I do not run from tower moments. Now I understand that I'm experiencing a tower moment because I could not remove the obstacle on my own. And every time I'm out here screaming, where is God? How come I'm out here by myself? How come I'm having to do this? That's God. That's spirit. All the major arcanas. I feel like that's another thing we don't understand clearly. And I don't hear enough like other tarot readers talk about it. But if you study tarot, and if you study like the origins of tarot, you can go back to like when they were like slabs on rocks, right? Not just paper cards. But the major arcanas were always spirit. It was always God. We were the minor arcanas, like the people. We were the ones that do minor arcana energy. So spirit here loudly an upheaval in this twin flame journey because there is this feeling of it's too much. All right, let's look at ideas and travel. I do get this energy like this divine masculine has this idea that like the divine feminine energy, the Queen of Cups, is sailing away. And I'm not saying that she's not. Eight of Wands comes in. Quick information, sudden changes. Eight of Coins comes in here. Dedication, focus, determination. The Strength card, big confirmation. It's almost like divine masculine feels like divine feminine could have been. What's happening here is they're feeling the gap. They're feeling the I'm here and she's there. And what's happening is they're feeling like that gap is too far. But what's interesting to me is if we look back when this journey first started, when divine masculine collectively and divine feminine, it was like the gap was so much more. As we went through the years, it's gotten closer and closer and closer. I mean, to a point that it's kind of like, wow, I can't believe this energy has caught up, has done all of this work that divine feminine has done over the years. You see what I mean? And I'm not sure if like I'm just picking up on someone else's energy. The Strength card, Leo, by the way. But and I need to mention that the Tower is Mars, and Mars could be Aries or Scorpio. But I'm picking up the strong sense of pride. And I don't think it's like pride for like if I'm the person, like it's not pride for myself. It's this. It could be like divine masculine pride for divine feminine. There's something about the discipline and the Eight of Coins. It's funny when we realize, like when we get to that point where we realize that self-discipline is attractive. Remember when we had no self-discipline? Let's look at highest expectation of the matter. We have the Rebel. I keep wanting to make this about divine masculine. I keep wanting to say, oh, this is about them and their inner feminine and their nurturing and their self-care, but it's totally not. It's totally divine masculine thinking about divine feminine and seeing her as sailing away or sailing off. It could definitely be causing them some serious tower moments in their own spiritual journey with that Lover's card coming out. But the Rebel card is what's giving it away. Because the Rebel card is how they feel, like what they think is happening, right? And it's like they feel like divine feminine is rebelling, or maybe they see her as a rebel. It's not like a negative energy. Again, I'm sensing that pride energy. It's almost like they're proud that divine feminine has rebelled against something. Maybe it's just like finally standing up to divine masculine. Maybe it's finally realizing that it was always about the purpose, right? And not the person. The Magician comes out, as within, so without. Perspective comes out. And Knight of Coins comes out. It's like they see you in a different light. Three of Coins is on the bottom. Teamwork, partnership, coming together. It's interesting. It's like they perceive you as this powerful, almost the Magician word is sticking out strongly. So it's like almost like a magician, like someone who can make things happen. Knight of Coins is the most hardworking knight. So there's 4 knights, right? There's the Knight of Cups, the Knight of Swords, the Knight of Pentacles. What am I missing? Cups, Pinnacle, Wands, the Knight of Wands. But the Knight of Coins is the one that works the hardest. The one that's like not afraid to get dirty. There's something about that too. The word limbo is on the perspective card. So there's this energy of like waiting for someone to do something. It's interesting because it's like they can't do anything. Authority figure is here. Or maybe it's like they can't do what they want to do. Authority figure is giving me some Saturn energy. 4 of Cups comes out. Saturn is retrograde right now. I've been studying the election. I don't know if I really want to say that just yet. I try really hard not to get into like politics because it can start wars, literally. I think it's interesting that we've had a president that has caused like an extreme amount of divorces. You know what I mean? And it's like, or we had, I guess, I don't know. But anyway, I'm not studying the election, like who's in the election. I'm voting for God. That's it. That's all I care about. But the actual date, the election date, I'm studying the chart for the election date. And I find it super interesting that I don't want to say every planet because I haven't finished studying the chart, but I want to say every planet. Everything is in retrograde on election date. Like, how weird is that, right? I know. Yeah, but anyway. So with the authority figure, I am picking up the Saturn retrograde energy, and it is kind of giving me this vibe like I want to do something, but like I'm not allowed to do something. So 4 of Cups comes out. 4 of Cups is like manifesting something, bringing something together. Daydreaming is also 4 of Cups energy. The moon is here. The moon is like fear, illusions. And then we also have 7 of Coins, being patient, having to wait for something. Energy that's coming into being, it feels like divine masculine is not getting what they want at this time. All right, let's look at the Strength card. So the Strength card, strong Leo energy. And I do want to say I felt like it came out in reverse. Like before, they could have felt like they didn't have enough internal strength to do something. And it's like now they know that they do. So many major arcanas. Do you guys see all of these? Like, I mean, it is so powerful. We started out with the first one was the Lovers, so big confirmations, right? And then we got the Tower, the Strength card, we got the Moon card, we got the Magician card, the Perspective card, we got the Devil card. I mean, there's so many major arcanas. So before the Courage or Strength that I felt like they were felt struggle with, or like they felt like they didn't have enough of something. So the Devil card talks about like karmic cycles. It talks about like temptation, addictions, obsessions. It talks about things that don't serve our greater good, right? And so they could have felt like they were dealing with those situations in the past. And I do feel like that's why it was trying to come out in reverse. Like in the past, they felt like they didn't have the strength to be able to break free from something. The reason that that energy is now in the past is because they've broken free from whatever that was. So I don't know what that is, but it's massive. It's huge. So congratulations, Divine Masculine. Capricorn energy with the Devil card. Seven of Wands comes out, protecting something, healthy boundaries. And Page of Wands comes out, and that's your spiritual awakening. It's the beginning of spiritual awakening. We have Nine of Swords on the bottom. This is why we have spiritual awakening, so you can process trauma and heal. So Divine Masculine has accepted their awakening journey. Divine Masculine does know about this journey and this connection. It's also very possible that they're learning about the word twin flames. It's also very possible that it's beyond that. It's like now they could be studying arts. It's like they could be going back to for those of you that were around like in the late 60s, early 70s, do you guys remember when it was called Ray of Light? I mean, there's been some weird names for this type of spiritual awakening. So it's like that's what they're learning. That's the things that I'm seeing. So it's like this person is like doing some research and going back and starting to understand the parts of this journey, right? All right, guys, so that's the first half. Let's go ahead and keep going, and we'll start the second half. I'm going to look at future energies for Divine Masculine. I'm going to look at how others around them are impacting the situation. And remember, the heart of the matter was that Queen of Cups energy that says the friend on there. So let's start with future energies first. Seeing the opportunity and the thinker card. There could be something about overthinking an opportunity. All right, so we have male. I mean, that's pretty direct. So something could be coming in the mail for Divine Masculine, but I think it has something to do with, that's what I was going to say earlier when I was talking about Mars. When Mars moves into Gemini, I would say, like, for example, if you're on this journey and you're in no contact, when Mars moves into Gemini, that's going to be that time that you're going to experience contact, right? Experience communication. Definitely could be email. I mean, who writes letters anymore? All right, let's look at how others are affecting the situation for Divine Masculine. I have the Lost card. So, I mean, I, again, keep trying to make it about Divine Masculine, but it's clearly this energy where they feel some type of detachment from Divine Feminine. And it could just be that you're soaring. It could just be that you're following your purpose. If I'm talking to Divine Feminine, and it could just be that they're watching you do this and thinking, like, man, she's going to keep going. She's going to grow. It's going to get bigger, right? It definitely could be something like that. But it's this energy of detachment. It could be too, and it is because I just burped. um, but it is, okay, it could be like, let me get it right. I laughed and then I messed it up. They controlled the attachment for such a long time. And they no longer control that anymore, right? Divine Feminine has stepped into her own. Divine Feminine has implemented the lessons that she's learned on her spiritual awakening. Divine Feminine now has healthy boundaries, which she enforces, right? All right, let's look and see how this Divine Masculine is affecting the situation. We have conflict. We have the boxing glove coming out. That's a personal joke between me and Spirit there. But anyway, I don't think that Divine Masculine is causing conflict still, but I think it's very possible that they did try to be like aggressive or maybe even combative. And I think that this energy could have happened when they felt like they were not getting their way about something. We're going to clarify, and it's interesting because it didn't come out in reverse, but it's giving me like old energy. Like I was combative. I did have this problem, but it's like now I'm not trying to be aggressive. Now it feels more like a loss. It's interesting. You guys are talking about different locations. I feel like we're in different locations, like for a reason. And we're all gonna have like common. Like I want to go to Boston. I want to go to Boston, and I want to go to Wahlburgers. You guys know what Wahlburgers is? But yeah, so it's weird how we have like the same likes. We're drawn to the same places or the same things. San Francisco, there's always been something about the big bridge, I don't know. It's weird how we're drawn to like the same locations. And I've noticed, and tell me if you guys have noticed this too. Hi, Renee. But I've noticed that as we progress through our spiritual awakening, like pay attention to. I watch what's her name? Her name is Sylvia. Let me get the name of her channel right. I got to get better about this, guys. I feel like I'm being so disrespectful when I'm like, oh, that person in their channel, I don't remember their name. The Enchanted World of Twin Flames. I've watched her for years, guys. But I noticed in her awakening, because she's like me, she just kind of like, I guess I'm like her. She was here first. But she just puts her journey, it's just out there, just like mine, right? Like, this is what happened to me. This is what I'm experiencing now, type of thing, right? But I've noticed as she goes and progresses and continues her ascension, she travels and she is called to certain places. And it seems like, and if you again study other twin flames and other people that had this type of awakening, you will see that when they got to a certain part in their ascension, they had to start traveling to like older areas, like older spiritual locations, places like I don't know, Spain, Italy, you know what I'm saying? I'm talking like, but way back in the day in time, they've had to go to these locations. So I just think it's so weird. Like there has to be like powerful energy in these places. And I mean, clearly that's why we're drawn, you know what I'm saying, to these places. So yeah, I don't know why I got so distracted about Boston, but anyway, let's keep going. All right, let's look at hopes and fears. Hopes and fears for Divine Masculine. I want to just pull the card, but Spirit's telling me to shuffle. I'm so impatient. The Lover comes out. You know why I'm impatient? Because I know like it doesn't matter. Like it honestly does not matter which card. Like Spirit's always going to give the right card and the right message. So hopes and fears, the Lover. We've seen the Lover's card. Again, confirmation that this Divine Masculine could feel their counterpart energy. What was the card? Sailing away, right? Like, I mean, that's really what it was. It was that clear. Just like kind of like sailing away, sailing off. Communication is here with the male card for future energy. It could be email. I mean, it could be like handwritten mail, but I just don't, we just don't do that very often anymore. How others are impacting. We have the Celtic Cross here, the Lost card. So they do feel like they've lost something, or maybe they're worried they're going to lose something. That could be too. I do feel like they fought for something. The boxing glove. But there's something, we're going to clarify, but there's something about the conflict card, because I don't feel like this Divine Masculine is causing conflict now. I feel like they realize they did, but it's weird. It's this energy like there's still aggression, but I'm not swinging. And then hopes and fears, we see the Lover. Outcome, we're just going to set it just like that. On the bottom, we have this Stranger. Again, terrible fear that someone becomes a friend. You see that? If we started out with the Friend card, and we're ending with bottom of the deck, the Stranger card. So it is this terrible fear. And that's all it is. It's a fear. It's an illusion. It's not true. It's not something that's real. That's why I always try to explain how, like, we're always connected. We're always, you can't cut cords. We're one. It's just the way it works. I don't know how to explain that anymore. But there is this terrible fear that this friend becomes this stranger. That they lose someone that they consider a friend. It's more than that, but yeah. All right, let's look at the male card. I know I have an accent and I sound funny. I'm not saying male like man. I'm saying like male, like, email. But it shows a stack of letters on the card. We have the Ace of Cups, so this could be like overflow of emotion. Someone sends a message that's, overflow of emotion. It could also be like intuition, like I'm picking up this intuitive hit type of energy. Two of Wands. Two of Wands is about making an important decision. It's about going somewhere. And Knight of Cups is here. Knight of Cups is romantic, sensitive, lover, knight, proposal, offer. Again, this Divine Masculine feels like you are headed in a new direction. Maybe more focused on soulmate now. Definitely clearly a breakaway from runner chaser. Like Divine Feminine is not chasing. And that could be the energy that Divine Masculine picks up on. And that could be causing this feeling of, I'm afraid that, this friend turns into this stranger. Knight of Cups is, remember, knights are courageous. They deliver messages, and coins, it's a physical thing, and cups, it's emotional thing, right? Knight of Cups is sometimes portrayed as the Divine Masculine, as the unhealed Divine Masculine, because the unhealed masculine is a little bit of the player, right? Like takes their cup around to everyone and tries to get everyone to put love in their cup, right? So it's like confirmation that the male comes from this person. So they could send a letter full of how they feel about a decision that you have made. We have the Lost card on how others are impacting the situation. We have Four of Wands coming out, so more confirmation that this is all about Divine Feminine. So it's like they could feel like union. They've lost union. Seven of Swords is here. Disbelief, distrust. Six of Coins is here. Six of Coins is supposed to be in balance or getting assistance. They feel something is unbalanced or something's not fair. That's what I'm getting with that Six of Coins. Like something's not fair. All right, let's look at that conflict card. The boxing glove cracks me up. Would you all laugh if I told you that my counterpart tried to pick a fight with me and liked my person? Swear to goodness. Can't make this shit up. I know, right? Don't worry, it didn't happen. But yeah. It was definitely like this I felt like it was like this fit. Like this, I don't know, like not get in my way type of temper tantrum. All right, let's see what conflict is about. Again, I don't feel like this masculine energy is still causing conflict. I feel like there's this just aggression is what I'm feeling with this energy. Frustration. I think frustration is a better word than aggression. Look at that Three of Swords. Pain, heartbreak, loss, betrayal. Separation is on here. Page of Coins is here, new offer. Small offer. Six of Swords, being guided to calmer waters. So there was conflict. There was aggression. But I do sense it's not Page of Cups. It's not an I'm sorry. But it's I'm not going to cause you any more problems, right? And Six of Swords is like spirit guided this energy to calmer waters. The Lover, we have the High Priestess, so more confirmation. We have Five of Wands. Five of Wands is not the Five of Swords, so they're not killing each other, but there's clearly conflict. There's something, I almost said a wedge, but that's not what it is. That's divine masculine word, a wedge. Three of Cups, third party. King of Cups, big confirmations. I don't really know what to say about that, because for the most part, divine feminine's only relationship right now is with spirit, is with source, is with God. Some of us have moved into soulmate energy. Soulmate energy is someone who meets you, equal effort. There's no runners, no chasers. It's like we have the same goal, we want the same outcome. There's no third parties. It's much more peaceful, much more beautiful, let me tell you. But again, confirmation, because this is hopes and fears. I'm going to say it. Oh my goodness. Okay, so here's the message I just got. It's also very possible that divine masculine can pick up energy from third party. The high priestess is about the veil being thin and being able to be on, having 1 foot here, 1 foot there type of energy. Five of Wands is like something's challenging for them. Three of Cups, third party. This is actually not uncommon. We've talked about it before, where people say, it's a theory. I don't know if I necessarily, like I said, it's one of those things where I don't know. I'm on this journey. One day I'll ask Jesus, but it's not going to be today. But it's this energy, like people say that when the counterparts are in separation, that they can feel third party energies, especially if they're karmic energies. And there's this fear, like, am I going to always feel this? Is this always going to be this way? Do I always have to see it from this side of the veil? Your outcome for divine masculine is the protector, which is energy, which is interesting energy. This divine masculine does feel like the protector to this Queen of Cups, Queen of Hearts. This divine masculine could feel like they have to protect this divine feminine, especially if she's just out here just all rebellious. Remember, guys, we're picking up on collective divine masculine energy. So this isn't like source going, oh yes, you are the protector and you have to go take care of her because she can't do it on her own. No, not the case at all. Definitely just divine masculine's thoughts and feelings. But definitely a strong energy here of, I have to protect something. It's my job. It's my responsibility. Eight of Cups is here. Walking away, moving on, breakup. King of Coins is here. Again, responsibility. It's my job. It's my duty. It's my responsibility. Thank you, Spirit. Big confirmation. And Page of Cups is here. I'm sorry. That's what Page of Cups is. It's the I'm sorry. Nine of Wands is weary, last stand, perseverance, determination, courage, and inner strength. This is where divine masculine is now. Nine of Wands. I'm going to persevere. I'm going to push through. I will keep going regardless. And honestly, that's where they're supposed to be. Oh, no worries, Amanda. No worries. Maybe you can catch the replay. It should have the captions. So here are the cards that came out for guidance. We have Summer, Nest, Fallen, and Family. Let's start with the Fallen card. It's Death and Renewal. It's giving me Scorpio vibes, Death card vibes. We didn't see the Death card, did we? How interesting. That's rare that happens. All right, so we got it in the guidance anyway. It was like, no, I'm still coming out. All right, it says acceptance, forbearance, grace, ritual, exposure of truths, tragedy, shock, misery, great loss, and bitterness. Great loss and bitterness. It says you're on notice that a big cycle has ended or is ending, and a big new one is beginning. Tree of Life Fallen urges you to stand in strength. Often in life, something signals an end, perhaps even a drastic or monumentous event. You're now in or may soon be part of a shift that seems to have altered the universe. Look at those confirmations. Have mercy. All right. It says, do not lose hope or faith in all that good life has to offer at this time. Forbearance and stealth will see you through. What makes you strong is your ability to feel the impact and go with it. Grieve and allow sorrow to wash through you. What was mighty and tall has now come down, and enormous loss may feel overwhelming. But even in death, we welcome new perspectives and stark clarity we gain. When a great tree falls, it can be sudden or unexpected. This is a time for us to mourn and feel the loss of what once was. Let your memories bring you to the range of emotion you may feel in your suffering. You may be moved to write poetry. How interesting. Are you guys listening to all these confirmations? You may be moved to write poetry or record your feelings and thoughts in a journal or chant or sing. You may be moved to create art or to begin a new project that you can pour your heart into. Grief heals over time, and through our creative will, new life emerges. All is not lost. It is natural to feel anger and bitterness over loss. Misery and tragedy of any kind deserve such a response. Yet anger can become a destructive force, only adding to the misery. Express feelings in the most constructive way possible and be a part of a brave and wonderful new phase of life. At some time, be careful at the same time. Be careful not to idolize or over sentimentalize the past, even as you acknowledge the emotions that come with grief. The stages of grief include shock and denial, then anger, and lastly, acceptance. This is part of the process of rebirth for you in your awareness of self in relation to others and the world around you. Big changes have come, and when you face them with courage, you see that you are still standing, living, and capable of thriving. Do not allow explosive and unexpected change or the end of situations to disable you, certainly not for long. Recover and repair. Clear up the pathway or leap over the obstacles and walk on. Renewal is yours now. Tree of Life Fallen card is a sign that you possess a brave and resolute heart. All the good is coming. I'm going to leave it right there. It is very, very clear from the very first card that Divine Masculine feels loss, could feel at a loss. There is a separation between Divine Masculine and Divine Feminine. For some of you, this could be physical separation. But for most of you, I feel like this is just divine feminine removing her own obstacles, removing her own self doubt, and finally thriving and pushing forward on her own journey. Could that make divine masculine feel like a disconnect or like the energy is fading? Yes, absolutely. And the only thing I could say to divine masculine at that point is to continue to heal so that you guys, I don't think I'm going to offer any free readings tonight. I know that normally I do, but this reading was super emotional. I can't believe that I got through it as clearly and calmly as I did. I had assistance, let me tell you. But yeah, don't forget, I will be back. We're gonna do this again Thursday night. Thursday night we have Divine Feminine, so the other half, Divine Feminine Celtic Cross. I did some free readings on Sunday night, guys. So if you guys missed Love and Astrology, we talked about some pretty big astrology, some pretty important astrology that's happening. Capricorn full moon still here, guys. It follows us all the way until January 2025 because of Pluto. So if you're interested in that information, you can go over and find that over under my YouTube channel under the live tab. And then over under the members tab, we actually had a members only live yesterday. So if you guys missed that, we talked about the Lionsgate portal. Guys, Lionsgate energy is here. It's powerful. It's strong. It's always here a little bit before, and it always stays a little bit after the 8/8 portal date, right? So I just want you guys to know that you will start to feel more of that energy as it gets closer. And what I would like to tell you guys, or what kind of advice I would like to say, is right now is the most important time to try to stay as positive as possible. I've had a lot of people bring their energy against me, and I've had a lot of people like say, well, you can't be positive all the time, Rosa. Yes, you can. The moment you feel your vibrational energy is becoming lower, you need to raise those vibrational energies. Divine Feminine has conquered and mastered that ability. Divine Masculine is now learning how. But here's what I'm going to say. The 8/8 portal is all about alignment and manifesting the life that you want through that alignment. You're not going to be able to do that if you're beating yourself up, if you're in lower vibrational energy, if you're telling yourself things that are sad, not true. You know what I'm trying to say? Like, you have to pick that energy up. If you're wondering, how do I do that? Reach out to me, message me. Guys, I'm like a normal person, just like you. I will get to it as quickly as I can, and I will answer you back, and I will give you the resources that I have. I just remembered that I'm supposed to send Dream Sequa those meditations. So Dream Sequa, if you still want those, let me know. I just got in trouble. Did you guys see that happen? All right. But yes, guys, if you're struggling, please, let's get ahead of it, because we want to be in acceptance, in alignment for that 8/8 portal. I do feel, because this is 2024, we have 8/8/8. I do feel like this is going to be a much more powerful Lionsgate than probably any of us have ever experienced before, right? All right, guys, I will see everyone Thursday night, 9 p.m. Thank you so much for coming in and hanging out with me. I appreciate you guys very, very much. Again, my apologies. I just need to go regroup after all of this. But yeah, I'll see everyone for Divine Feminine Celtic Cross Thursday night. I am always, always sending all of you abundant love and light on your journey. Have a good night, everyone.